Hi, all. This is Dr. J at 11 coming to you live, streaming live from Long Island, New York. So we had a beautiful fall day, and we're likely to have another beautiful fall day as well. The market also contributed to my overall good feelings today, as most of my stocks were up on the day, nice and green, straight across the board in biotechnology. I'm going to talk about tonight Geron. Yes, Geron. There was an essay article on Geron. I probably couldn't agree more or with the author's point of view, which we'll talk about. Also, actinium, which is behaving really, really well, as if that news is around the corner, and it's going to be good news. That's how it's behaving anyway. And also adxs, which I've been accumulating on almost at every, well, not quite a daily basis, but I've been accumulating. So let's take a look at, and the IBB, the ETF that tracks the biotech index is moving up nicely as well. So let's take a look at all four of those. I'm sharing screen. Of course, do your own due diligence. My opinions are my own and do not constitute investment advice. You can follow Dr. J, but at your own risk. And finally, please like and comment and share screen and subscribe. By all means, subscribe. Okay, I'm sharing the screen and we have a viewer live. Very nice. Okay, so let's take a look first at the IBB. The IBB has been making many touches of its upper trend line as it continues to move back towards that elusive high from several years ago of 200. I would like to see it climb back, yes, 80 more points. That's right. I would like to see it climb back another um, another 66% or whatever it is. And I think it's certainly possible. So we only need 80 more points. We're well on our way. We made a little contribution today. The IBB was up 0.75% to 121.26. And more significantly, after two red candles, it looked like it might be thinking about heading back to its 50-day moving average at around 120, right about here. But instead made a big red candle today, showing that even though it went lower, it was almost an engulfing candle. Even though it went lower, it came back and closed solid green. It did engulf, but it didn't engulf in the true sense of the word, because while the entire candle was bigger than the previous day, the body of this green candle, it did not engulf the body of the red candle. So it's not quite an engulfing candle, but it is a very nice looking candle. I think it speaks well to tomorrow's action. So that's the IBB. It's not a bad one to buy and to own. It gives you diversification, and it could give you a very nice return over the next 12 months. Actinium Pharmaceuticals, Inc. Up 6, almost 7 cents today. Look at that move. Wow. Nice move today. I didn't check to see if there was any news, but it's really nice to see that huge, big engulfing candle. This is an engulfing candle. No, again, although it's a big, huge green candle that engulfs the day before, it's not at the end of a down market, a downtrend. Normally, we get excited about an engulfing if it comes at the end of what appears to be the end of a long downtrend, marking a turnaround. Well, actinium has been in an upward market anyway. So if you like, you might say this gives more evidence to that effect. I like to see candles that look like that. Beautiful candles if I'm long. I'm short, I'm not short ever, so it doesn't matter. So what are we aiming to do? We're aiming to take out this the high of the day, 926, which was 86.5 pennies. I think we could do it tomorrow if we get any kind of continuation rally. It looks like it's poised to take out the old high and run a little bit. I like this one to run to the high 90s before it meets any kind of resistance. I really think it's going up much higher than that, probably into the 130s. Positive news, and we could go much higher than that even. So I think you could go up to about 130, 133, something like that, with virtually no news. Positive news, I think we could see a really big move. Not that that isn't a big move. So I'm very bullish on actinium. I intend to add to my position on any and all dips. Let's look at adxs. No, let's look at gern. Gern is had another very nice day today. I think it's higher than that. I think we're looking at October 2nd. All right. Let's update that. $1.82. Woohoo! All I can say is woohoo. Okay, $1.82 is really, really nice finish. High of, where am I looking? High of, come on. I want to look up there in the sixes. That's really where I want it to be. All right, come on, move over one more spot. My mouse is not being nice. 186 a high, the low 164, the close 182. A very nice day indeed for gern. I would draw a line at about right about 170, 175, and it went above that line. In fact, let's draw it together. A horizontal line. I think that marks where the bodies were the first 2 days. So let's go to a horizontal line. I think if we draw one right about where the bodies were, the first day, it should be right around here. Well, maybe a little lower. Okay. So, no, I think lower than that. I don't know. It's hard for me to see where the green body is that day. In any event, let's just draw a line in the sand somewhere. Let's say about 170. We're at 164. Come up a little. Okay. So I'm looking at 170 as kind of a key level here, where if gern breaks that level and is clean of that 170, I think it could run back to the twos very, very easily, at least as high as the high of the D-Day, which was 240. So I see 240 being the obvious resistance. Once it gets above that, then we're looking at the levels back in July. Let's quickly hit that level. 313. 313 would be the next level of serious resistance, right about in there. So if gern can take out this high, I think we go on to the 313 level and test that. I think all of this is possible by the end of the year. So let's see what happens with gern. It was an essay article today, which was for the most part, very positive, saying that even though Jansen walked, it doesn't mean the data was bad. It just means that what they said, they had strategic business reasons for going in another direction. There were competing drugs, competing approaches to MDS in particular. And maybe they decided to go with another company that had recently partnered with or bought out. I mean, let's face it, Geron isn't the only little biotech that they were investigating bloodborne cancers with. So you got to take them at their word. It was a strategic decision. Now, the data itself, we're not going to get a look at it until the ASH abstracts are made public in November. That will give us a lot more clarity, a favorite word of Dr. Scarlett. So until then, until November, I would expect that we're not going to take this out, this 240, but we could come close. And come November, with any good data, we could ride into the threes again. So I have a lot of hope for Geron. I'm very reluctant to give up any shares that I now have and own. So unless something dramatic turns my thinking, I'm in a hold pattern here with Geron. Not adding, but I'm not selling. Adxs is one that I am adding to. I'm in an accumulation mode, just like with actinium, but I have far fewer shares. So I have a ways to go to catch up. I do expect to, as I said, at some point, establish a sizable position. It was a small body today. It went much lower, then it came back to shoot up on the day at the close, up almost 3 pennies to 87 cents. So it doesn't matter too much to me as it does its little sinusoidal curve. It's fine. I'm a buyer. I think it's possible we will see 77 cents tested again, and that's okay. I don't mind. But if not, I also don't mind. I think the fundamentals are very strong. I think that the CAR T space is very strong once again. And when you have 5 irons in the fire for the price of 1, that's not a bad bet at under $1 a share with a very low market cap. So that's my thinking on these 4. I keep adding on Adxs, on Geron, I'm holding, on actinium, I'm adding, on dips, on the IBB, I would be a buyer if I had the funds. So that's the story with the biotech world for today as far as Dr. J is concerned. I talked about 4 other biotechs a few minutes earlier, and hopefully you got a chance to look at that video. I will post this one and the other one up on my channel. Please subscribe to the channel. Take care, everybody. It was good seeing you all. Happy trading ahead. Ciao.